The German government says that there were more than 3,000 anti-Semitic crimes in the country in 2021. That's according to the most recent report. That's a 29% increase over the previous year, similar to the trend here in the U.S. Ambassador Gutman is working with her German colleagues, determined to reverse that trend. And joining me now is Anti-Defamation League CEO and National Director Jonathan Greenblatt. And Jonathan, I know you have a team that works in Germany. You are working on all of this around the world, really. And I saw firsthand that there's a real commitment in Germany at the local level to work hand in hand with the U.S. to combat anti-Semitism. How important is this global effort to stamp out hate, especially right now in Pittsburgh? You know, this trial goes on with the worst crime of anti-Semitism in the United States history.
That's right. I mean, this is sort of a grim week because we're remembering through that trial that most violent anti-Semitic attack in U.S. history, as you said, where 11 people were killed. But let's talk about Germany. And first of all, Andrew, your piece was incredibly powerful. And Amy Gutman, Ambassador Gutman, is a real leader. And this resonates for me. You know, my grandfather's a Holocaust survivor from Germany, and I've walked cobblestone streets like you and Amy myself and seen that place where there are no more Jews. And the truth is that what's happened in Germany both shows us how a country can, you know, go to the bottom and yet come out. I mean, the nation has reconciled itself to the horrors of its past, and through remembrance, activities like you showed in your piece has demonstrated how moral leadership can move a community and a country forward. You know, ADL recently did one of our annual polls on anti-Semitic attitudes in Europe. We released it this week, Andrea. And in Europe overall, 1 out of 4 Europeans still hold extensive anti-Semitic attitudes. But in Germany, it's only 1 out of 10. So it shows us how attitudes and education and remembrance can help create safer spaces for Jews. There were still some 3,000 incidents, as you reported. But what Germany has done is what the rest of Europe and the world needs to do to ensure, indeed, never again really holds meaning.
And what we've seen here in the U.S., Jonathan, is there's a nexus between white nationalism, anti-Semitism, and some of the mass shootings. We saw the accused mass shooter in Allen, Texas, who had swastikas tattooed on his chest.
That's right.
And it wasn't a shooting, but the man who drove into Lafayette Park across from the White House unfurled a Nazi flag across from the White House of the United States. So there is this, you know, growing violence that Chris Wray and the FBI have talked about that does have a strong anti-Semitic tone.
Very important point. So right-wing extremism and all kinds of extremism, whether you say you hate the Jewish people or you hate the Jewish state, you hate the neocons or the Zionists, however you choose to describe it, let's acknowledge that conspiracy theories and extremism so often in this country center the Jews as the evil force behind all of the world's, you know, misfortunes. And the anecdote you just shared, Allen, Texas, that was a Hispanic man with a swastika tattooed on his chest. And the incident at Lafayette Square, that was a man of South Asian descent, all right, who again had a swastika flag that he unfurled. And he said he was a fan of Adolf Hitler and admired the Fuhrer. So how do a South Asian man and a Latino man share the same, spew the same poison as white supremacists do? It's because conspiracy theories are rooted in what, and extremism has got anti-Semitism at its core. So this is an ideology that isn't about politics. It isn't about religion. It isn't about ethnicity. It's about hate, which is why it's not just a Jewish issue. It's everyone's problem.